till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. Live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets. 91.9.
Alright, yeah, shalom again. Yeah, this is the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. I'm priest and captain of 10,000 Swapiala. Right, and tonight again we have a special guest, in the studio with you as well, Captain of 13,000, Captain Natak. Right, give it up. Yeah, give it up. Yeah, again, a man from the soil as well, Trinidad born. Right? Yeah. So like yes, sir. Right, and I know, you'll be following a lot of, the news, especially in Trinidad as well, because, being part of, this family down here in Trinidad, and you have family as well down here in Trinidad, you always, keep up to date. And again, your brothers as well down here in Trinidad to keep you posted, and a lot of issues are taking place, right, in the black community. And again, we must say to Commanding General Yohana again, with this truth and the knowledge of the truth, in actually waking up brothers and sisters to this truth, right? And being, having the privilege, to be amongst, the brotherhood, amongst the sisterhood, and being able to experience it for the very first time, what actually family structure looks like and feels like to be around, it is very important. And this is why, we encourage, all brothers and sisters here in Trinidad and Tobago as well, to come down to the school, because again, Most High God, through King Yahushai, under Commanding General Yohana, has provide a place or a safe haven where brothers and sisters could actually learn this truth. And I'm talking about so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
So like I said, I know we have to chime in,
Yeah, you know how to chime in. Big up to Captain Sawap. You understand? Congratulations on that, that rank race. Good hard worker. You know what I mean? You continue to work them streets around Trinidad, man, and wake them brothers up. You know what I mean? With the help. Who you have there in the studio with you?
Officer Barriat, sir. Officer Barriat.
Barriat. Shalom warrior.
Yeah, shalom.
Continue to work
Captain.
them streets, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you see what's going on right now in Trinidad. And the truth is, what young, black men in that country needs.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We need it. It's dire and there. Yeah. All right. So what we getting into?
Right. We have a little article we will run on the station. Right. They'll run the little show. Right. The little intro, and we will go from there after, sir. Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So go ahead and run it. Right.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TVC Radio Network. I am Bavita Gopal-Chan. Thank you so much for joining us. A tragic, senseless act. That's how Deputy Police Commissioner Suzette Martin described the triple murder in Belmont this morning, which claimed the life of a child. Around 8:35 a.m. this morning, Anthony Wilson and Akil Kafi were ambushed by gunmen as Kafi walked his son Akini to daycare. While both men were killed at the scene, Akini, who would have turned 2 years in 2 weeks, died at the Port of Spain General Hospital a short while later. Speaking to the media at the scene, Martin called on the public to help the police in the fight against crime. Our reporter Otto Carrington filed this report a short while ago.
The public is told to remain calm. Words of DCP Suzette Martin as yet another triple murder recorded in Port of Spain. Just behind me a few hours ago, a child just under 2 years was murdered, along with 2 other persons. We have more reports for you as we continue this story here in the Belmont community in Port of Spain.
Now, Martin said the investigation is at a sensitive stage. She was asked whether the state of emergency is having an impact.
Yeah.
Of emergency, and we are trying to treat with a lot of gang activities at this time, and we are managing.
Martin said there is so far no link between this killing and the Morva killing 2 weeks ago. Well, officers also received information that a woman and her daughter had been taken to hospital after suffering gunshot injuries during the Belmont incident. According to police, officers were responding to reports of loud explosions near Serrano Road when they were directed to San Francois Valley Road, where they found 2 men lying motionless near a silver Toyota Aqua motor vehicle. Well, our reporter Jan Lavan is outside of the Port of Spain General Hospital, where 2-year-old Akini Kafi died after sustaining gunshot wounds. He filed this report.
We're outside the Port of Spain General Hospital, hoping to speak with relatives of Akini Kafi. The 2-year-old is one of
that basically this so.
Yeah. I mean, start off with Deuteronomy. Give me Deuteronomy 28.
28,
and 15.
Come.
You understand? Like what we're gonna have to understand is there's no coming out of this. Me and you, we can't leave. You know what I mean, brothers and sisters, out of this.
Yeah.
You understand? And there's so many. How much churches they have in Trinidad now? A ton of churches.
Every corner. Every corner.
Yeah. Lots of religious organization all over the place. But yet and still the crime is going up and going up and going up.
Right.
Where's the solution? Where's the solution? We keep on changing. We change. And you all had the PNM first. Now we have what? UNC. Same crime.
Right.
You understand? And each time they use what? They use the make crime. You know what I mean? Top of the list.
Right.
That they're gonna take care of.
In budget.
Like that one
the
of the
budget.
things. Yes.
The budget.
Yes. But yet still the crime going on and on. Why? And we have so much religious organization. Right? What you're going to see is they don't open the Bible.
All right.
You know what I mean? But the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge, what Captain Swap and his brothers in Trinidad are trying to show you, we are going to have to open the Bible to get the solution.
That's right.
There's no getting out of it. No politics going to get us out of it. You can increase the amount of money you're giving the police force. You can increase the amount of money you're giving the defense force. That is not going to solve the crime. It's not. And you can clearly see it. The statistics shows it. You can sit down and run the statistics from now, you know what I mean, from today and go all the way back and see if everything that they say they have to do is going to curb the crime. It's not. But this is what you're going to have to understand. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And we keep on running away from this fact that we are the chosen people of God. There's no getting around it.
Right.
We are. You understand? And you won't clearly see it here. Go ahead and read it. Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Can. The book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe.
And that's important. Diligently unto the voice of the Lord. You understand? Diligently. Meaning you just can't hear it and it comes through what? The other ears. And say, well, he understand my heart, he understand this. No. You're going to have to hear what the Lord have to say. You're going to have to hear the commandments he has to say, and you're going to have to do what, read?
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
All the nations of the earth. Now look, just look at Trinidad. Look at where we at in the food chain.
Right.
You understand? The Israelites, they're not above everybody. But the Lord promised us that he was going to put us above everybody. He promised us that.
That's right.
You understand? He promised that he was going to do it. And the Lord is a man of his words.
That's right.
You want to know how I know? Skip to verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And what?
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And overtake thee. Think you're running from a dog. You know you can't run a dog. You're trying to run, you're trying to run from that pit bull. You understand? And that pit bull catch up with you.
Right.
But the Lord saying that's what's going to happen if you disobey him. These curses was going to catch up with you. You understand? You wasn't going to be able to get away from it. It's like that pit bull. You can't get away from that pit bull. The Lord had to be with you to get away from that pit bull. Well, these curses, the only way we get away from these curses, we're going to have to do what the Lord said to do.
Right.
We're going to have to do it.
That's right.
Like you hear the story. This story, you know what I mean, raised the pause on my heart. The 2-year-old.
Yeah.
You know I mean, how much more we going to have to hear? How much more we can't see that that's your brother. You understand? That's your sister. That little child, it could have been your daughter.
Right.
Or your son, or your cousin, or your nephew.
So back here, so
come on.
Just recently, it had a 6-year-old that was also killed in likewise manner. I think it was like a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Now it's a 2-year-old. So the age is getting even younger.
Right. And
yeah.
If I may, sir.
Come on.
Right, and you know, Captain Kataza, you know, again, big up the Captain Kataza and the collection of books now. Right, where
yeah, man.
Right, he have you know, one of the books, the recent, the King James now. Right, and in the beginning it actually goes to show, right, I have it here with me as well too, and I just want to read, you know, just a little, you know, text out of it now, and it's like a reminder, as we say, how much are these religious organizations, or we say churches, it have on these corners. Because now, as we say, the black people on a whole, this is where, you know, we would go, let me say, to ask for forgiveness, you know, for our sins, and to really understand, you know, how this really goes down. Is like the people who, let me say, the politicians, and they will have their part to play, but it all boils down now to the person or the individual spirit. So who can have control of that? You know, they would actually control, you know, the next move of this person. Because now, if I could, you know, go and let me say do or commit acts like these, and then go and say, well, hey, you know, Lord, forgive me, and then, you know, the person who's standing behind, they say, yeah, you're forgiven, without any you know, repercussion, without any, you know,
that's it,
judgment to face, you know, the act that you commit. Now, what would happen? We would continue to see that, and this is why, you know, it's like a reminder to us, right?
That's right.
Right. So
That's right.
So I just going to read a little bit, right? Let's say,
go ahead.
I just jump in. Let's say, right? But in the early Europe, that was not always the case, right? Many places, the institutions that influence daily behavior, beliefs, and decisions of ordinary people was not the crown, right? It was the church, not because it held every legal power, because it held the authority over conscience, and conscience governs behavior. Conscience governs behavior long before law ever does, right? It say the king, this is where the king control the army, taxation, national laws, foreign policy. This is what the church controls, right? These religious organizations, it controlled marriage, burial, education, moral instructions, weekly gathering, and the interpretation of right and wrong. So now you see what they would control. Basically, they would control, you know, how the society would go. So now, as we mentioned, or we talk about, as we say, the politicians or their role and their function, they would always look to these organizations. And again, I must say to what the Commanding General, because all this knowledge of the truth of the Lord, having a righteous black man in the midst, a black man to wake them up. Now we wouldn't even understand this truth. We wouldn't understand the knowledge. And again, these religious organizations, you know, they have a big part to play in what is taking place. Yes, so like I say.
That's right. That's exactly correct. I mean, we looking for the politician, the police, everybody else to come save us, but the Lord.
Right.
We gonna have to do something.
Right.
You understand? Like it's understood that, you know what I mean, brothers have, you know what I mean, the beef.
Right.
But they gonna have to it's gonna have to come to a point. That's why we have an organization, UPK,
that's right.
CPK. Where brothers, they might have a misunderstanding, disagreement, but we have a government set up, you understand, to take care of that problem. Right. So now a brother don't have to lose his life. A sister don't have to lose their life. A family don't have to, you know what I mean, a brother don't have to lose a family. You understand? But it's going to have to come to that point where we're going to have to recognize that is your brother.
Right.
You understand? That is your sister. And that is your neighbor according to the Bible. You understand? Your neighbor is your brother according to the Bible. All right? Anything else? Read a little bit more Deuteronomy.
Can. Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
You understand? Cursed shall thou be in the city, wherever we go out. There's two brothers and a child.
A 2-year-old, yeah. Kind of cancer.
2-year-old. You understand? Can't go about the city normal. You gotta watch your back. You understand?
Okay.
Like it's a curse.
Right.
And when black people realize, you know what I mean, it's a curse, now you can start looking to see what's the solution. You understand?
Okay.
But if we don't look and see that it's a curse, then we go always think the politicians and them could fix it. We thinking the preachers in the church could fix it, when the preachers in the church ain't fixing it. You understand? Right. They're not fixing it.
Okay.
You understand? They're not saying what's the real problem. They ain't coming out and telling you it's a curse according to the Bible. Read on.
Okay. Verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Right? The Lord telling you, cursed shall be thy basket and in thy store. Like, you know what I mean? You know how it is. And, you know what I mean? Like, we always use the what you call that, the example or the excuse.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because of poverty, that's why we have to live this type of life. Poverty should never have to lead you to a life of crime. Don't make that excuse.
Okay.
It should never. With the Bible, you will know that with poverty, the rich take care of the poor. Right. So there's no need for you to be a criminal. You understand? There's no need for that.
Right.
But you will make an excuse to do it. And when you behave like that, and these were we think that since England gave us independence, we're free. You know what I mean? We have, you know what I mean, certain type of freedom. When we behaving just like the Englishman and them.
Right.
You understand? Behaving just like them. You understand? Now, what will stop us from behaving like them? Get open the Bible.
That's right.
You understand? Now, skip me down to verse 68.
Can. The book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 58. If thou will not observe to do
68.
68, can. The book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68.
So, Salakia, 56, and then we go jump to 60. 56.
Kano Khan.
That's what I want.
Kano Khan.
This is it right here.
Kano Khan. Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom.
This is a good one. This is what exactly what's going on in our community. And it's a good one. This is not on the subject. I want the one where it talks about the tender, the young men. We talk about the tender men.
Kano 54.
54. Skip up to 54 then.
Kano.
That's it.
The book of
one.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you,
right.
And
the
very
man that is tender among you. This is talking about young brothers.
Kano.
Tender. You understand? The young, they know so much about life. I remember growing up young and, thinking, man, if I make it at 28, the Lord will be with me. Like, who thinks like that? Why would you think like that? You understand? Like, like we thinking it's worse now, but really and truly it been bad.
Right.
We just didn't have the phones and the media to really broadcast the extent of how, how bad it was in Trinidad.
Right.
But it was bad.
Yeah.
It's always been bad. You hear some of the stories your father give you, or your grandfather give you. Now you're going to see it on HD.
Right.
On them nice phone camera. Or them cameras are set up on the street corners. All right, read on.
Kano. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards
shall be what?
Evil towards his brother.
What? Evil towards his brother. Now, does a brother have might have a beef with another brother? Yeah. But that don't mean we had to go down that route of unaliving each other. You understand? And I'm not just using this example and saying, well, I know who the unaliver is. No.
Right.
I'm saying it broad because that's what's taking place in our country. You understand right now? You understand? These young brothers, these young boys losing their life, this tender age, because of these beef we having.
Right.
Christ taught us how to deal with that beef. And it's been taught right here in this school.
That's right.
How we deal with it. You understand? And that there is a kind of trauma that comes with slavery. And when I say comes with slavery, meaning this. When we got independence, right? When we were given independence, and these were black people don't understand. Freedom is not something that could be given to you.
Right.
If you have a master and that master gives you freedom, you are not free. You are as free as your master free. How much freedom your master gives you. You understand? It's just like this thing on the whole. Big picture. Trinidad just can't sell the oil and gas to anybody. Why? If you're free, why you can't do that? Why we had to close down the sugarcane factory? You know, people lose their job on that. We are one of the biggest sugarcane factories in the country, and they closed it down. Why? Because we wanted to? No, I don't think we wanted to. And then you have organizations like the IMF coming in and dictating. If you're free, why the IMF had to come in and dictate what you do in your country, what you build, what you can't build, what you can't do with your money? Why? Because we're not free. You understand? And because of that, we don't understand the repercussions for certain crimes, like slavery. Who paid for slavery? They let us go. They say we're free, right? We got independence. Good. But who paid for it? Nobody? So you telling me you had a bunch of people who had their forefathers, foremothers on a line, worked for over 200 years cutting sugar cane. You know how hard it is to cut sugar cane? Man, I cut sugar cane my grandfather when I was young. Brother, that ain't no easy job.
Yeah.
It ain't no easy job in a hot sun. And then to hear the amount of money he make, brother, that's not easy. That is not easy. And now, who paid for it? Who? Nobody? So now you understand that the trauma on us, because nobody paid for it. We don't know what justice is.
That's right.
Don't know how to go about getting justice. We think street justice is the way it's justice. That street justice will keep on going on and going on and going on. You understand? Till there's nobody around. And now you done played in to the oppressor's hand. You done played into him. You understand? But we're going to have to stop it.
That's right.
Now listen to this good. Listen to what it's saying in Deuteronomy. Read.
And shall be evil towards his brother and towards his wife of his bosom and towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave.
You understand? Like them, it was a 6-year-old, now a 2-year-old.
Okay.
The children, I thought the children are the future. What the hell? What's going on? The kids supposed to be the future. Come on.
And you know, you draw a very heavy point there. You know, and you know, as we say, in Trinidad now, we look at, you know, the younger ones coming up as the future. As we say, we know down here we like, you know, football, where, you know, everybody know as soccer. You know, what this young brother could have turned out to be, right? If we calling them the children of the future, this young brother, he could have been the next Dwight York, the next Russell Atapi. No, what we looking at? We destroying the future. Black men in Trinidad and Tobago, we destroying the future. You know, and you know, we asking a question: where we at right now? Where we at right now, brothers? We need to really need to home in to this. Really need to home into our culture, because now if we move away from the culture, if we move away from, you know, knowing who we are, then now, just as we read now, where the churches and them control, you know, the spirit of the mass population, then we would find ourselves walking walking the road that they would have us to be. And you know what happened? Who is the doctors right now in Trinidad? Who is the lawyers right now in Trinidad? We not seeing the black man, the Hispanic man. We not seeing that face. We seeing the faces of the oppressor. So now when we read or we open these records, as we say, the Bible, which is our recorded history, black people history. Now we seeing now the application why we was warned not to join with these other nations. Nobody never say we can't do business with them, but to take up the spirit or take up the culture, this will destroy us. This is why, you know, we face, and why we're reading this, as we say, these records right now. The book open. It opened before Trinidad right now. The Most High God opened it before Trinidad right now.
So like here, sir.
Go ahead.
Just going and touch on the numbers for any callers that would like to call into the program, ask any questions or comment on the topic. The numbers is 342-0081. The next number is 466-5391, and the last number is 771-17 646-541-9691. So again, callers, you could call in and join the program.
Right. So again, you
right.
hear the numbers, callers, call in, ask your questions, because now this is where, you would get the answer to any question that you have on your
That's
mind.
Right.
Because now it is you want a situation resolved. Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, especially black people in Trinidad, this is where your situation could be resolved with the right counsel. Because outside of the the counsel of your family, now what would happen? We see in the end results. Young black men dying in the street. Children, sons, daughters dying in the street. In the street. And we have the solution right before we. The Most High God, that's like any good father, would always provide that platform. Would always, set up, big brothers, in a position where they would have the ways that the father passed down, or the rules, instructions, to make sure that the younger siblings get it. And this is why, again, every other religious group, as we say, these groups that came out of the original school and tried, they confusing this whole thing right now. They are part as well to play, because now black men, black women looking for that that sense of relief. And that relief now is in your spirit to know you belong to our family. Yes, like it.
That's right. That's right. So that is right, right on point.
Oh God.
Right. Give me Revelation. I think it's 2:9. Revelation 2:9. You understand? Like there's a solution, man. And and people like to think that black people can't fix black people.
That's right.
We can fix each other.
Yes, like I call. Let's take the call.
Come on, caller.
Yeah. Go ahead, caller. You tell me.
A blessed good evening.
Hi, good afternoon, sisters.
One of the things where it is, as you all will talk about the black man, when it is, we were growing up, when I say we, should be all races. Our parents supposed to teach us the way of life. What happened in the past, it shouldn't happen to the children. And if it is that were taught from, to say, 25 and 35 years ago, those children now would not have this kind of attitude that they have in. They only want to have the brands. And if they don't have it, they want to rob, they want to kill, they want to fight. And then what will happen? They're going into prison. And who have to bear the brunt now is the parents now have to be up and down with them. But it is never too late to start afresh.
Right.
And when we start afresh, and if it is the children saying the things that they're not supposed to say, that they used to say, as parents, they're supposed to correct them. And if they don't correct them, it would not have a change in their children's life and society, because it trickles down now. They're not living in the house alone. They have to go out in the community, be on the street, be amongst the business places, go in the supermarket, go in different places. And the thing about it, they will spread the same attitude. But it could make a change, but it will take the whole society and people coming together in order to this to make a change. Thank you and have a blessed one.
All right, I appreciate your call and I appreciate your questions. Right? Yes, so like I said, you get to hear or you didn't get to hear?
Not really. It was going in and out. So you might have to.
All right, no sweat. Right, with the caller was a sister, right? With the caller was making mention of, that based on how the society structure now, right? And this is something that we all always hear, the brands, the name brands, sneakers, the name brands, and without let me say the father figure or the mother figure or the role of a parent, being a big part, in the family structure. Now these children would be in a place of where it don't have no discipline. It's like they wasn't brought up, like as the scripture say, train a child in the way that they should go. And when they're old, they shouldn't depart from them. So these values wasn't instilled. It was in today. Like today, these values isn't instilled today. Right?
Salakia, sir. If I may add a scripture as to, what is the solution for our people to really fix the problems and to really, stand out within any society. I'll read Deuteronomy 4, 5, and 6. This is what the Most High say. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that you should do so in the land whither you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Yes, so like I say, I want to owe me a little bit on that, because that on point. On point.
Yeah, that is definitely on point. Both of you are saying is on point too. And the fact is, my brothers and sisters, they do see the some problems in our community. But one of the biggest problem in the community is black leaders. That is the biggest. Because your black leaders, remember, the Bible calls us what? The lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right.
What does a sheep need?
Leadership.
A shepherd.
A shepherd.
You need a shepherd. You understand? Most of our parents didn't grow up with the right shepherd.
That's right.
So now, because they didn't grow up with the right shepherd, now guess what? They're going to scatter the flock all over the place. You understand? So now, things like brands, you know what I mean? With the whole brands is the mere fact that the oppressor, he understands that black people, we trend. You understand? And if, you know what I mean, some star of us, when I say some star, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Somebody who we look up to.
Right.
Wearing certain brands. For example, cartels sing about the Clarks.
Right.
Everybody like the Clarks. You go to a party. Them is Clarks. And nobody will step on the Clarks. Why are we trending like that with the Clarks, with the brands? Why? Because we're that type of people. You understand? But now when you don't have the proper leadership,
right,
that's where the problem starts. So now, give me it in Isaiah, I think it's 9 and 16 or 16 and 9, somewhere around there. You understand? Like we had to correct who we following.
Right.
That's why we're saying in the Israelite school, it's a practical knowledge. The first thing we're going to have to do is what? Stop going to church.
9 and 16.
Okay.
Stop going to church. The church not teaching you what's in the Bible.
That's right.
Okay.
The church teaching you to love your oppressor. And how I know the teaching you to love your oppressor? With the pictures. With the picture says your budget. And we've been in the church for so long, and we don't know that's the picture of the second Pope of Rome's son, who's Caesar Borgia. You understand? And then when you open the Bible tells you Christ was what? He was black.
Right.
He was black. You read it. But now if you have a leader telling you, forget about that, forget about color, forget about this, then it's easy for the nations to come in and now start to push their propaganda, you understand, on your own people. Like why it is we trying to buy brands or get brands. Because that's what you're seeing on TV, that's what they're pushing. Who own the brands? The oppressor. You think he care if you go steal and rob and sell drugs to go buy his brands? He don't. So you need a proper leader.
That's right.
As Captain Swap saying, you need fathers in the house.
Right.
Okay.
You need fathers in the house, man. But now it's getting that situation, that family nucleus is getting broken up. So now it's, you know what I mean, anything could come in and destroy the young brothers, the young sisters. But give me that in Isaiah.
Khan. The book of Isaiah 9 and verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to error.
And leaders. You understand? Think about all the leaders in the country. You understand? Think about all them leaders in the country, man. They want to be tough on crime. They're crying about the crime. What's the solution, Mr. Leader?
Right.
What's the solution?
Right.
These kids supposed to stop buying brands? Why? They're supposed to stop buying brands. That's all they're seeing on TV. You understand? That's all they're seeing when they turn the TV on. Remember before Trinidad years ago was just what? TV6 and what? Channel 2.
Yeah, Channel 2 and 13.
All of a sudden, once you start getting cable, you start seeing G Unit jacket, this unit. You understand? Why? They know what type of people we are.
That's
we didn't have leaders in them timing to try and tell you, yo, don't follow after this. The Lord don't like this, that. Yeah, you could go buy the brands, but just make sure you ain't had it unalive. If somebody step on your shoes, ain't no problem. It's our shoes.
Right.
So now you come into this school and a brother step on your shoes, you might apologize to the brother. Hey, sorry for being in your way, brother. You understand? The brother had to lose his life over a pair of shoes. I'd have to go sell drugs to go get brands. Nah. I'm thinking about my nation. I'm thinking about how that's going to look. But the only reason why I'm thinking about how I'm going to look and the reputation it's going to give my nation is because I follow a leader by the name of Commander Johanna. I found a leader that was better than me.
That's right.
You understand? Most of you all don't know that you're better than the man you're following.
That's right.
You're better than the preacher. You're better than him. Read.
Gone. And they that are led of them are destroyed.
Are what?
Are destroyed.
Are destroyed. You thinking the brand's destroying you? No, it's your leader destroying you.
Gone.
Because he's not teaching you what's in that Bible. Not teaching you. So now you come in, you learn this Bible, now you start passing this down to your kids. And he gonna pass it or she gonna pass it down to their kids. And now before you know it, we have a generation, you understand, or a nation that will see a brand, will see Jordans and be like, that's just a shoes. We'll see Clark, just a shoes. We ain't fazed by it, in other words. You understand? We're not fazed by these things. But the preacher and them, and if you recognize, none of your preachers coming out and taking the blame.
Right.
All the blame is on the young people. The young people that want to wear the brands. How you going to blame the young people? What about us older folks? We ain't going to take some blame for the younger people? I said it like I 70. I ain't no 70 years old. You know what I mean? Say it like I some old hand. You know what I mean? But still, you understand what I'm saying? Like you can't blame these young men for the way the country is.
That's right. That's right.
You black leaders, you older black leaders, you politicians, you got to take blame for it too.
Right.
And they won't. When these young men wake up and realize you politicians only swayed by money, boy, you're going to have to look for a different profession. When these young men and these young women wake up and realize you preachers, all you're about is money, you're going to look for a different profession. Man, I look, you know what I mean? I'm going to look into doing construction, some hard work.
Right.
Like how these brothers and sisters be working hard to come and give you all money.
That's right.
For what? For doing what? Nothing. For years.
Right.
All right. Any other part to question? I think that answer one of the questions.
Yeah.
Any other part?
Any other part? Yeah. Any other part? Now from the question, what do you call her was basically what she was touching on.
Yeah, she was basically just saying, you know, we had to come together, everybody in the society, to fix the problems.
Yeah, we definitely had to come together, and the coming together has to be the black people on the island, the Asherites, the Venezuelans.
That's right.
Because I saw the Venezuelan going through what we going through on the island, been going through on the island.
Right.
Being oppressed by these other heathens. Being used by these other heathens. You understand? Like, we had to come together. These other heathens, oh, they're good. They're good.
Right.
But we, blacks, you understand? The Taino Indians, the Arawaks, the Caribs on the island, and them Asherites too coming across trying to get away from hell from the country because the oppressor putting hell on their country.
That's right.
Wait till they start to put hell on Trinidad. Where you think you're gonna go?
Right there.
Where you gonna go? Oh, it's coming.
That's right. Yeah.
And we're gonna need each other.
That's right.
You understand?
Yeah.
We're gonna need each other.
Right.
She right. Give me Zephaniah 2:1, so the sister can see.
Yeah.
The Lord called for us to come together.
Right. And inside it.
You understand?
Yeah.
He called.
That's right.
The Christian church want the coming together to be with the oppressors. Ain't no coming together with the oppressor. The oppressor is the problem. He's the problem. And your black leaders, you understand, your leaders on the island, oh, they love your oppressor more than you. They love the oppressor more than you. How I know? Because the sister just called in with a genuine issue. It's genuine.
Right.
And there's no fixing it. But I bet you if they come into the UPK, if them young brothers bring all the problems here, get in contact with Captain Suwapiala.
Right.
You bring a problem to him. You all have a beef, bring that beef to the UPK and see us fix that beef between you all and nobody dies.
Yeah, can't say if I may, right?
Come on.
Just for brothers and sisters to know, right? The school location is number 1 Morris Street, Point 14, right? You can come on down to the school, right? Again, also, we have upcoming food and clothing drive, right?
That's right.
Keep, on our webpage, right? YouTube, Facebook, all our social media pages, and stay in tune, for the date to be announced. But we have a upcoming food and clothing drive. Commanding General Yana has been sending down, barrels of food stocking up for times like these, where brothers and sisters could have, the opportunity to to come, and be clothed and be fed. Because now again, just as the caller or the sister mentioned, there's a solution, and the solution is here in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yana. Yes, so
that's right. Yeah. You're right. You know what I mean? Commander General Yana is a leader that loves his people.
Right.
You understand? And he's bringing together the Negroes in America, Caribbean, the Hispanics, the Mexicans, the Guatemalans, the Hondurans,
right,
the Venezuelans. You understand? The Taino Indians, the Puerto Ricans, bringing us all together. You understand? All right?
Khan. Ready for the scripture, sir?
Yeah.
The book of Zephaniah 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
And that's it. Like black people on the island, and them Asherites, we not desired on the island.
That's right.
But guess what? We have a common enemy. We have a common enemy,
right?
Which is the oppressor, which is these heathens. So the Lord telling us to come together. You understand? Come together. All right. Now, give me you tell me when how to stop, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to say anything?
Yeah. We just probably have about a little couple minutes again to go.
And another scripture that just paraphrasing it, it does tell us to come out from amongst them and be ye separate. You understand? And people had to understand that this is the solution. We must come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and we must come together, brothers and sisters, in brotherhood and in sisterhood.
That's right. And we're talking about black people on the island. We're talking to the Asherites on the island. And them Taino Indians, them Arabs and Arawaks. You understand? Other brothers from Grenada, Barbados, all of them was my brother. You know what I mean? Don't care what you could cook, I eating all your food. You understand? Everything tasting good.
That's right.
Give me Revelation. Revelation 9, and I think 2 and 9. It talks about he knows your tribulation.
The book of Revelations 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
He know your works.
Right.
He know you know what I mean, you really, you know what I mean, begging the Lord to come and take this, you know what I mean, to take this hardship you're going through. You understand? He knows it. You brothers and sisters in love until all these, you know what I mean, areas where the country done turned the back on. We ain't turned the back on you. You understand? All the way down to south. You understand? Central. You understand? Like the Lord knows how hard you're working in that place.
That's
man.
right.
No. And he's saying what?
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. But
what? And poverty. Like it's almost to the point where your oppressor making poverty look like a crime. You understand? When you hear some sisters talking, a poor man is almost, you know what I mean, and he can't get a man. Where you learn that from? Where you learning them things from? Because you're poor, you mean you can't have a family, you could have a family. You understand? To be poor is not a crime. It's not. Not in our society. You understand? The Lord put things in place in this Bible for the rich of us to take care of the poor. But because of democracy, you understand, because of your system that you learn from England, you understand, it's oppressing your people.
That's right.
Well, you shouldn't go and vote. Instead of voting, come look, check Sawapiala in
That's
Point
right.
14. Give me the address.
Number 1 Morris Street, Point 14. Light pole number 1 Morris Street, Point 14.
Come to the class, man. Come down there. Cast your vote in there.
That's right.
We don't need no ink. All you need is a Bible.
That's right.
And a notebook.
We are about
and bring a heart.
So that
courage. Come on.
We are about 50 seconds before.
Oh man.
That's I tell you.
Come on, you all. Yeah, you all go ahead, man.
You know get warm. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right.
You all have any last things to say, man?
Yeah.
I know you all on the island.
Yeah.
You all seeing it first, man.
Again, you know the solution. You know it is here in the ISUPK under command in general, and we see what brothers and sisters face. You want to stop, you know, that life or turn away from that way we learn is in here. Brothers and sisters, again, you know, this is the place to be. The ISUPK under command in general, right?
That's right.
And again, we wouldn't bring no harm to our young ones. you know, because now this is not a good face in the community.
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yohana. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM, every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Officer Sawapya Allah and Officer Mathkoya.
West to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
ISUPK, under Commanding General Yohana, live every